Okay, this is Space Gypsy Bodega. It's December 25th today, and it's we've been doing this series here at Space Gypsy Bodega uh, on December 25th. This day has so many things we can. I could probably do a whole year's worth of stuff on it, but I'm trying to just give some key points on December 25th. I probably have a couple more videos for December 25th before we're done with this series. But this whole series is Happy Holly Day. And this particular video is the rebirth of the sun and moon. In the Jewish religion, in the Hebrews, it's Hanukkah. It's these 8 days around the winter solstice. It occurs on the new moon, Hanukkah. And when you do the menorah, right? When you light the candles on the menorah, which is the sort of part of all the festival of lights. And that's what you have at this season, because the sun dies and dead for 8 days, according to some of this, and you light candles to bring the light back to honor, so the sun will rise again, and then at the end of the 8 days, the sun conquers the dark, and it starts its journey back to getting stronger and back up into the sky again in full. But right now, this is the time of the moon. The time of the moon. Now we're in December 25th. December 21st is this winter solstice. And solstice means sol, means sun, and the sun is sun still. So the sun is still during a solstice. It appears to be still. It doesn't move, so they call it a death. In this case here, and then the winter solstice, the sun is still. And then after the solstice, the 8 days around the solstice, the sun starts to move again, and is reborn. So that's why, hence the rebirth of the sun and moon. Now we say this is the sun and moon because this is for every 36 years, you have the moon. The new moon starts on December 25th, the same as Christmas. So Hanukkah starts on December 25th this year because the sun and moon are both dying on the winter solstice and then kicking back on December 25th together. Sun and moon both completing a cycle and restarting. So Hanukkah is very special here because it's in December 25th. Talk about bringing it all together, right? So anyways, this is all about, this segment here is, we've been talking about the sun. All the things until December 25th that we see mostly in the world are solar cults, sun cults. They're solar-centric, like Christianity is a solar-centric cult. And there's others, but we're just going to focus on these ones that we're dealing with. And we dealt with the Christmas tree here, and where it comes from, its Nordic traditions, and there's many things on the tree, but we just picked a couple. So now we're talking about this incredible cycle this year, with the sun and moon starts its rebirth. So let's get started. So today, on December 25th, here's the menorah ceremony. And then what the menorah is, really quick, is a moon calendar. And it just, the menorah is broken up into the phases of the moon because, Judaism is a moon cult, a moon-centric religion and scriptures. So let's check it out. So on December 25th, on the menorah, the first day, on the 24th, before the 25th, someone comes, the menorah candle lighter, a person is delegated, and they put a candle here on the full moon slot on the top part of the menorah. It's the one that's the highest. And this is the candle that's going to light all the rest of the candles. It always goes from the right to the left and moves like that. So let's see here. So so on the 24th, this first candle goes in to say it's going to start. So this way, on the first day of Hanukkah, put the first candle in here. It's the new moon. Now we're going to show you here now, and that's what it is now. It's the new moon starting. So the menorah is this moon calendar, as we're saying. So it's broken up into two sections of 4. Here's one section of 4, and here's another section of 4. And what this is this is like the moon's year, like the sun has its year. This is the moon's year. It's not the same as the sun, and that's what makes it so interesting. That the moon has, we can call this the equinox over here. Equinox is like the fall equinox, and the spring equinox are here on the full moon line right here. And then on the new moons, you have the solstices. You can have the, right here, December 21st, the solstice, which is the furthest direction this moon goes, in this direction, and then it can have its summer solstice, the furthest direction it goes in that in the summer solstice direction, the moon. So what happens is the moon goes this way. So we're now in a new moon. So the next candle gets this on the next day of Hanukkah. We did a ceremony of 8 days to symbolize the different phases of the moon. So now the moon is 1/4 full on this day, on this marker. And this marker here, the moon is 3/4 full. See, the next marker here, the moon is I'm sorry, the moon is 1/2 full here. The moon is 3/4 full here. And then the next day, this candle is already lit because they're using this candle to light these candles in this menorah ceremony, but it's still marking the timetable, right? After the full moon, the moon starts to wane. So this would be the waxing moon. The moon is waxing and building up in strength, like it's coming up to its fall. Well, anyways, it's coming up to its sort of spring equinox, and then now the moon is starting to wane in this section. So there's the 3/4 moon, and then a little further, the moon goes into the next is the 1/2 moon, half moon, and then you have the quarter moon, and then the moon comes back down to a new moon again, which would be the last candle you light in this we light in the menorah ceremony, and also shows that this is the moon calendar. The menorah is the moon calendar, and you can show that way just by looking at this, and this being the equinoxes, these being the solstices on the outsides here, which shows the moon's 8 cycles of 8. The moon has a 36-year cycle, which it just completed, all the way back, right, to the new moon. The whole cycle is all the way up and all the way back to the new moon. That's a complete cycle. So there it is, the moon, the menorah, the Festival of Lights, December 25th. Thank you for watching Space Gypsy Bodega, and we're going to have some more December 25th for you. Ciao, ciao.